Check out how you can upgrade your gaming setup with LEDs by using the link in the description below. Hey guys, welcome to the Hellhounds Quick Slayer Guide. If you like this video format, please be sure to give it a thumbs up so the video spreads more and more people will save time learning about their tasks. Starting off, there's a few things I want to mention. If you want to make money, you could kill Cerberus or Vedion and utilize the Slayer Helm's damage bonus. However, this guide will not be talking about those, so links for those bosses are below in the description. The second thing is that an Ash Sanctifier from the Hard Kourend and Kebos Diary is very useful if killing Hellhounds and not the bosses, so I recommend getting that beforehand. Lastly, it's worth mentioning that this video will be mainly composed of 3 sections. AFK prayer at the Catacombs of Kourend, ranging at the Stronghold Slayer Cave, and melee at the Stronghold Slayer Cave. So I want you to refer to the timestamps below to scroll to whichever style you prefer. First, we'll be talking about AFK prayer at Catacombs of Kourend. So the location is simply in the Catacombs of Kourend, as I already mentioned. The easiest way to get there is by simply using the Kourend teleport in the standard spellbook. Alternatively, you could use Zarek's Talisman and teleport to Zarek's Heart, and it will be just to the west as soon as you teleport in. After entering the Catacombs of Kourend, you simply go west a small bit and then north, and you'll find the Hellhounds very easily. When it comes to armor for killing the Hellhounds in the Catacombs of Kourend, it's exactly as you may imagine. You simply want to maximize your armor for melee strength and melee attack bonus, as well as prayer bonus. So something like full proselyte with your best offensive gear is going to do just fine. When it comes to inventory, there are only a few key things worth noting. First of all, you'll want combat potions, whether those are divine super combats or regular super combats. You do want something to speed up your kills. Next, you could consider bringing a special attack weapon such as dragon claws or a dragon dagger like you see here. The next thing you'll want is a holy wrench if you've got it unlocked. This will save you money by giving you extra points every time you sip a prayer potion. And from there, you just want to fill your inventory with prayer potions, of course, so you can do maximum AFK and just sit there and kill your Hellhounds. Now we'll talk about using melee at the Stronghold Slayer Cave. First, the location and getting there. So the Stronghold Slayer Cave is located in the Trinum Stronghold, and there are 2 recommended ways to get there. The first one is to simply use a Slayer Ring, which will teleport you right outside the entrance. But if you don't have access to those, you can use the Spirit Trees, and in order to get to the Spirit Trees, you can use a Grand Exchange teleport on a Ring of Wealth. Moving on to armor. So since we're going to be taking a lot of damage, we want to optimize our armor for stab defense, because that is what the Hellhounds attack with. So your plate body and plate legs should be oriented to optimize for stab defense. Also, you should always be using a Slayer Helm while on task. That should be obvious, but in case someone is new here, you should always be using a Slayer Helm. Other than that, you just want to use your best melee stat boosting gear that you have available. Moving on to inventory. So I recommend using a cannon, so you want to start off with a cannon and cannonballs. Next, you'll want 2 super combat potions or divine super combat potions. After that, you can have a special weapon, which is optional. I personally did not use mine very much, but you have the option to bring one to speed up your kills. You can use something like a dragon dagger or a dragon claws. Next, you may want a ring of dueling to recharge your stats when you need to bank. And after that, if you have an eternal Slayer ring, that is very helpful to get back to your task if you need to be banking in the middle of it, which you likely will be. When it comes to using prayer at the Stronghold Slayer dungeon, there are only a few changes you need to make. Since we're no longer taking damage, we no longer need to optimize our defense for stab, so in place of that, we can use something like proselyte to boost our prayer bonus. Also, when it comes to inventory, things are basically the same, except you're replacing your food with prayer potions now. You may want to bring 1 extra combat potion, and if you have a holy wrench, you'll want to bring that to get extra value out of each prayer potion. Now let's discuss using range at the Stronghold dungeon. Regarding location and getting there, this is the exact same as the previous part of the video, so if you're not sure, just scroll back to the prior section that I just talked about. When it comes to armor, you simply want to increase your damage output as much as possible, so you want to optimize for things like range accuracy and range strength. Other than that, you simply just want to wear the best range armor you possibly can, as well as make sure you have an imbued Slayer Helm. When it comes to inventory, there are a few key items worth noting. Of course, you want a cannon and cannonballs. Next you'll want, I would say, about 4 divine ranging potions or regular ranging potions. Since you won't be banking too often while doing range, you can bring more potions than usual. Next you will want some food because you're taking damage when you sip on your divine prayer potions. And if you aren't prayer flicking while you're filling up your cannon with cannonballs, you will be taking damage. Next, I do still recommend a Ring of Dueling because it is nice to restore your stats at the Ferox Enclave after you're done with your task. And lastly, if you are going to want to return to the Slayer Master, a Slayer Ring is very helpful for that as well. When it comes to killing these guys with the ranged and a cannon, there are a few nuanced points worth mentioning. Before aggression wears off and the 20 minutes have passed, I do recommend killing in this spot because you will not be able to get hit by extra Hellhounds that are walking around. However, if you are in the dungeon for long enough, it is slightly more optimal to move to this other location where there are 4 Hellhound spawns and you have a better line of sight where you can hit them with your crossbow. However, it will not be a huge difference if you don't choose to move your stuff. So that's going to wrap up the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked the video, please drop a like. And if you have a boring gaming setup that you want to upgrade and you want to support the channel, I urge you to check out mozlights.com and see what kind of accessories are available, as well as the cool light patterns that you can set up LEDs with. That's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.